I'm back today in the same spot where I recently cooked with bamboo. Now, I didn't completely clean up the fireplace here because I knew I was coming back and I was kind of running out of time that day. It took longer than I thought. But I've got not one, but two tents technically today. And they're not tents for humans, so to speak. I believe they are tents for bikes, like a bike awning, a bike storage, you know, weather thing. So yeah, I have two, which apparently you can combine into one shelter. We're going to see how that goes. I think it might take some time to set up. You're going to know what it looks like already from the thumbnail, I'm sure. So yeah, number one is the getting this all ready. Probably best to do these one at a time, so let's see what we have got. We've also got some nice food to cook up on a campfire later, courtesy of HelloFresh, who have sponsored this video. They've got a great deal for you guys down in the description there, but we'll talk about that a little later. Quite a lot of poles. Oh, we have got pegs. I brought some because I didn't think it would come with them. And yes, I did briefly look at in some instructions. So feeling a lot like spring today. Can even hear some activity in the farmland to the other side of this woodland here. I'll try and edit that out for you guys if I can. Right, let's get all these together and go from there. Right, that's 5 poles for one side of this shelter. We'll go into detail about that in a bit. But I need to try and figure out how this goes. Right, I'm going to refer to this as an armadillo tent, I think. But you can see, these are where the poles go. We have these to kind of end them. I believe that's the same on the other side. So, need to start threading them through. Right, that's all of the poles in now. Quite tricky with the shape. Now I need to get them all into their respective holes, which, yeah, it's going to be tricky. I reckon this is probably a two-man job usually. So you've got the pockets here and a strap to stop it from, you know, deforming, I guess. But obviously the poles are running up here, so yeah, it's going to be very tricky to do one side than the other. Right, that's the halfway mark, so this is going to bend a hell of a lot more than it is there. Tricky. Alright, one down. And one to go. Immediately an issue with this one, the PVC has started tearing. That's good. Some zip ties in the truck, so I grabbed one and, well, we'll get it up and then we'll see exactly what I need to do. So for the moment that seems to be holding. I can change it or reinforce it later. I've got others. This has a zip. Now I did know these were supposed to go together. I didn't know exactly how. Yeah, so I'm hoping corresponding zip on the other one. Yeah, we'll have, because it'll be the same as this. That's them lined up. I just need to get this zipper on. It's all feeling a little cheap, and it was cheap, I'll give it that, but it doesn't inspire confidence. And there it is, up. That wasn't too bad actually, fiddly but not too bad. Just have to peg it now, or find it in the perfect position where it's flat, and then go from there. These are super wimpy little shepherd hook pegs. So if I lift one side, the whole thing is going to collapse, isn't it? I'd like it just like that for now. Remembered I had some cordage over in the truck, so I went to get it. It's a tie off on there, so I've just tied it off to the tree here right in front of it. That's going to allow for me to kind of get set up and everything. Just inspecting the floor here for any kind of brambles or anything. I didn't actually think to bring a ground sheet for this. Dumb I know, I should always keep one in the truck really. But I might just collect up a load of moss from around here and lay that down just to give it a fighting chance. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do. Just give myself the best chance. Sit down for a minute. So that's mostly ready. I've got a few bits and bobs. Might not get my sleeping bag out just yet. I'm going to heat it later, depending on how cold it's got, but I've got the electrical heater and the power bank as well that I used in the smart car camp. Now this, like I said, is a bike shelter. You can have one half up against a wall, or you can have both halves like this, or you can even get centre sections, and I've seen them actually advertise it as kind of, you know, a shelter for maybe watching your kids' football game or to sleep in. But yeah, the centre section you can get narrow or quite wide, and it does make it quite big. But yeah, of course it's not practical for this purpose at all, but I was late night scrolling and just saw it and got it. I know I said I'd only do one clear tent this winter, but here's another one. I've got a little bivvy table with me, and the reason for that is a bit of a flat surface for the heater and the power bank there as well. Have wood with me today in the truck, but thought I may as well get some as I've got time, and it just makes it last longer for other camps where I need to go where I can't kind of harvest wood. There's one of them coming up very soon. This is a spot where a lot of trees have come down, so yeah, there's a few bits here that I've been working on slowly. May as well prep the fire now. I'm just going to put down a base, then bits that I cut, and using a new type of fire starter. So I'm just going to make a bit of a kind of log cabin here to give it the best chance. Last time I was here in this spot, I was thinking there's a lovely little spot just over there where I could build a shelter. You've got all this ash dieback here that's fallen over. So I think very soon, the next couple of weeks, I might start a shelter down here. Now I'm pretty much all set up, and I've got a couple of beers by Arbor Brewery, is it? Arbor Owls, who are London based. I've got a New England Pale Ale, I think I've got a hazy as well with me, and I thought I'd have one now. These are pint cans. You don't often see them, especially in kind of craft beers. So, cheers everybody. I've just got back from a trip to Prague. Was really beautiful city, really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it to anyone who likes kind of city breaks anyway. And I do, because just the white noise kind of drowns out the individual kind of stuff. I quite like it. Plus good food and drink. So, in a couple of weeks' time, I'm actually going on my second deer butchery course, and that's down at Greenwood Music, down in the West Country. The reason I mention it is I'm going to be there, and they still have places available, so I thought I'd mention it on the video. I'm not, teaching or anything like that. I'm just participating and staying the night. It's on the 29th of March. I've got a friend who's affiliated with them, so yeah, that's one reason I'll be down there. But yeah, it should be a good time. So, if you're interested in doing something like that and you're in the neighbourhood, I'll put a link down below. These things is better to book sooner rather than later, so they know what they've got, how many people are going, they know they're going ahead with it and that. So just thought I'd mention it and put the link below, and if you're there, come and say hi. So this is my new type of fire starter that I've got. Now I'm going to make a dedicated video on this because it's so weird, but they come in different forms, and as you can see it's just kind of like plastic, but yeah, it's very strange. So we're going to give it a first try in anger now. Won't need all of these. So I'm going to throw two in there. I'm going to light one. Can you see that? Yeah. Just takes a couple of seconds. I've got a bit of wind here. They give off a bit of a fizzing sound, but they do stay alight quite well. So I'll do two of them, make sure they're going properly, and we're just going to drop them in here. I think one's just got turned. Oh, there we go. One's gone down a crack, and one nearly got suffocated, but it carried on. So I've just got a few little twigs here I'm just going to throw inside. And we'll see how these do. Well, it looks like we're starting to get somewhere. Didn't take long at all. They're so small as well, they could be pretty good in a kit. That's actually done really well. I don't think I needed that many at all. One would have done it if I was careful enough, but I've got so many. Dear me. I was just thinking how I'm going to have to peg this from the inside, or I'm not going to be able to get out, am I? Going to be a weird experience. I've done some weird clear tents. I'll link them at the end of the video if you've missed them, but this is the cheapest, I think. I'm pretty sure later on I'm going to have to get the old knife out as per usual and make a couple of vents in this, especially if I do end up using the heater. Got all that moss in there as well. There's going to be a lot of moisture, plus my breathing obviously. So yeah, I think a couple of vents. I'm gonna say it shouldn't rain tonight. Last time I said that, it rained all night. Got the glowy lights on, bit of ambiance. So tonight's dinner is herby creamy tomato chicken penne with mushroom, spinach and cheese. Real simple one this. I was away when I ordered, so I got some simple looking ones that obviously I like the look of, that look pretty good. And yeah, minimal processing on this one. There's all your steps as usual, and there is your ingredient list. Oh. So I just need to process some garlic here. It is a very simple one tonight, and yeah, if you haven't heard of HelloFresh, then where have you been hiding? So it's like a meal plan thing. You select your menus online, of which there is an absolute ton, and they've got all sorts, you know, if you're dieting, if you want extra protein, family menus, whatever you want. You can opt in or out at any point, and it's just super simple. It just, I find it stops me, you know, getting takeaways and stuff when you just can't be bothered, because you've just got it there and it's ready to go. Just them weekday meals. Right, let's get this processed. Look at that sky, it's beautiful, isn't it? So HelloFresh have shared with me a code for you guys, especially for you guys. It is KENTS50, Kent S50, all uppercase. It'll be on the screen right now. There'll also be a barcode you can scan as well. Now this deal, it's pretty good value anyway, HelloFresh, I find, because you're not paying for extra stuff you're not using. So get 50% off your first box, plus 25% off next 2 months. So that's, you know, inexpensive food. And you get free desserts for life. You can opt in and out at any point, like I said. You know, if you're going on holiday, you fancy doing something else one week, it's just really convenient. So yeah, check that deal out below, and I am going to cook this on my fire now. Pheasant's going off. So I've done my garlic. Time for the pasta, and then we'll get frying the chicken. Salt the water. Time to get the chicken in the pan. Followed by mushrooms in here, and our pasta. I'm going to add in our garlic, some mixed herbs, and some seasoning. It's looking pretty good, but I've got some red wine stock paste and some passata to add in to make our sauce. Still not done, we've got some baby spinach and some creme fraiche. Ooh-wee. Ooh. That's starting to look amazing. Could have done with a bigger pan. Right, our pasta. Do for now. And our chicken and sauce. Oh. I think we're going to have seconds here. Final touch, some parmesan. Oh, how good does that look? Got a bit smoky there. I'll just put some twigs on the fire. This is looking good. Oh yes, that pasta is done perfect. Put extra cheese on. Now I do love these for camping. They're so convenient. You know you've got everything you need because it's all there and portioned. And because I'm on my own, I've got a portion for two. I didn't put all the pasta in. Need this. Oh, might have a beer. Oh, that was much needed. Fire's going again. Warmed up, I was starting to chill then as well, but all tidied up. The moon keeps going behind the clouds. Clouds are out now, but it's beautiful. As is the evening, peaceful. Dinner was lovely. Time to chill for a bit before I have like a cuppa or something a bit later. I will have to set the bed up still. I just didn't want the sleeping bag sliding off and everything. So there's that to do, but that won't take long. Ooh, that's good. I've had a good chill for the last, I don't know how long it's been, hour and a half, 2 hours, who knows. I'm going to have this though, then I'm going to get in the tent because I want to kind of see what it's like, maybe put some heat into it, let this fire die down, Could be fun. Oh, and maybe put some vents in it. It's suddenly very warm. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut some vents, aren't I? Lucky this was a cheap one. Not that I'd cut a hole in an £800 tent or anything. Right, where's my knife? Probably hard to see, but I've put a vent down there quite close to the fan, and the other one, where is it now? I can't even see it. Oh, it's there. A bit higher up on the opposite side. So right now I'm okay with the fan off. I think because the fire is quite close and it kind of radiates in here. It is going down, so I will probably feel that cold soon, but right now quite nice. The fire out there's died right down to embers now, and I can feel it getting colder in here, so I've just put the heater on. I've put it on its lowest setting, and we'll see how these vents do. I've just let them flap, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll probably get in the sleeping bag and that soon and turn that off anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Just to kind of warm through before going to bed, really. So I'll probably see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Well, I slept. I can't say much more than that, really. The condensation wasn't too bad in here. I don't know if it's because of the vents I cut, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Now that it's been open a minute, it's clearing a little bit back there. But it was quite a noisy night. A lot of activity in the woods here. The owls and the buzzards were going off together. Birds were flapping here and there. I could hear a fox. The pheasants were going off. Yeah, quite busy night. But bed was okay. I had to stuff some stuff sacks down one side to get it level. Wasn't so bad. Slept in worse. I think I need to chill for a minute. It's quite early before I do some breakfast. Oh, the heater was a bit rubbish last night as well. Obviously you can only run it for, I think, about 40 minutes or so from that power bank, 'cause it's quite a small one. But it cuts out like a hairdryer does when it overheats as well, and it's not exactly putting out that much heat. So in a shelter that's quite big like this and quite thin, it didn't feel it much. Luckily, it wasn't that cold last night, really. Got another stove. No, I've got an old stove in a new housing to try out for breakfast. Thought I'd get this sleeping bag put away because it's just going to be sliding about otherwise. Luckily, the mat stayed up all night, no punctures, touch wood. Right, so check this nice little case out. We got shelf on the top here, pocket in the lid, got all the gas cans there, and then in the bottom is the gas stove. Just thought it was quite a nice neat way of carrying this around rather than that horrible plastic case. Well, for the second time in about a month, the ball joint part of the tripod's broke. So filming the rest of this is going to be fun. It's not like it's even a cheap tripod I'm using here. I've jammed a piece of wood in under the ball joint bit so I can get some shots. Alright, I'm going to make like a crazy hash brown for my breakfast. One giant hash brown is the plan. We'll see how that goes. It's like a big bear trap. Well guys, apologies, but there's going to be no breakfast. I just can't do it with this camera. It's just not going to happen. Plus I've got a meeting today anyway, so I'm going to get over there. Thank you for watching, and do check out that HelloFresh code on the screen now and all the links down below. It is a really good deal. Thanks to them for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. It's going to be a fun one. See you soon.